How's it going, everyone? My name is Lionel, and welcome to Resident Lover. A friend of mine told me about this, and unfortunately, we won't get to date Lady Dimitrescu just yet, but we will be able to date one of her daughters, Cassandra. So hey, let's get right into it, shall we? It arrives one warm August evening. After you come back from a quick grocery run, the sun is just setting, turning everything inside the room ablaze. It's why your eyes are drawn to it. The golden envelope shines under the light coming through the window, almost blinding you with its glow. You set your groceries down on the kitchen countertop before approaching the envelope, pondering its mysterious arrival. Had you brought it in this morning and forgotten about it? But how could you have missed it? It's too eye-catching. The envelope is gold, with the letter M imprinted into the heavy, wax seal. Sam? Gillian? You call out to your two roommates, but they're not here. They must be out for the movies for their date. Perhaps one of them saw the mail, the late delivery of the day, and took it in. The front of the letter contains your name and address of where it came from. Romania? Who could be sending you mail from Romania? You crack open the pretty seal. A bit of a pity you have to, but your curiosity wins out. Inside, there seems to be an acceptance letter and a brochure. The acceptance letter is printed on heavy and expensive paper, scented with something floral. You can't place the scent, but it does make your eyes flutter close momentarily. It feels familiar, almost like home. You don't know why it feels like that, but you open your eyes and push aside the thought as you skim the letter. Miranda's all-girls university would like to cordially invite you to be an incoming freshman in our school. The eyes widen as you take in the contents of the letter and the implication. This school wants to offer you not only a position in their international students program, but also a fully paid scholarship? This has to be a dream. What school would do that? You aren't even a traditional freshman. You had graduated high school and decided to take a gap year before going to college. You wanted to travel the world, make some money, and take a break from education. Once you felt ready to go back to learning, you had sent out an application to schools, but none had offered a good package. So why is this university offering you so much? How do they know about you? You open the brochure and analyze the photos there. Pictures of smiling students, scenic spots of the campus grounds, bustling clubs and job fairs, and campus-exclusive events line the pages. The programs and courses offered all seem so enticing as well. The school seems real. And if this offer is too, then you'd be a fool to reject free education. The scent of the letter wafts up to your nose again, and you inhale deeply, feeling nostalgia for something. What does it mean? Whatever it does. You know you'll find it at the university. Time to pack my bags. I'm going to Romania! Oh, heck yeah. One long flight later, a few hours with campus administration, and here you are, a newly indoctrinated student of Miranda's all-girls university. You came here on a whim, but the college is real. The beautiful, idyllic campus is full of students going about their day. Even though classes start next week, already so many people are here. You're filled with excitement at starting this new path of your life. This is the start of the college life you've always wanted. The only question is, where should you focus your energy? Do you dare try your hand and body and soul on creative pursuits? Do you forego your studies in favor of having fun, unforgettable experiences making friends? Or do you want to give up your sleep and possibly sanity in exchange for perfect grades? Ooh, what will you focus on? I would love to be an art major, honestly. I mean, heck, being a social butterfly is great and all, but I know I would actually do better if I actually apply myself. The art major. The majority of students on this campus are enticed by this major. Some might even go as far as to call it the lifeblood of the university. But not all can handle it. Do you think you can succeed where countless others have failed before? If you're up for the enormous task, just remember that art demands blood, sweat, and sacrifice. And if you can't give a killer performance, it might be your last. Are you happy with this choice, or do you consider the other options? I'm happy. You decide you're going to be an art major. How that works out is entirely reliant on you and the choices you make. With your basic introductory classes picked out, you need one more class to finalize the schedule. I have to choose an elective credit this semester. Which one should I do? Ooh, basics of music, women art, or theater. I know that theater is the only one I can pick, but at the same time, it is the one I would love to pick out. I used to act all the time in high school, but will I have the time to dedicate myself to full stage productions here? Theater it is. Oh, heck yeah. Drama Queen. Act 1, Scene 1. After your earlier classes of the day are complete, you head across campus to find the theater, When you get to the building, your jaw drops open. I would understand why your jaw drops open. Like, holy heck, that's a beautiful auditorium. The building looks like something straight out of a book on royalty. It kind of looks like a Shakespearean sort of theater, actually. I'm pretty sure I got that wrong. It stands tall with dome ceiling. The columns that support the arches are decorated with leaf and vine designs. There was a grand stone path that leads up to the massive double doors and a small water fountain in front that gurgles quietly. The inside is even more impressive, with plush red carpeting and velvet red walls. The interior reminds you of a Baroque vampire's house. Ornate lanterns serve as lights. The dim glow makes the place feel almost ethereal. Student mills around the area, searching for their classes. Some are similarly as entranced as you by this building, while those who have been here for years simply walk past, not sparing a second glance at the expensive oil portraits hung on the walls. The place is expansive, and you get lost trying to find your elective class. The class is being held in the auditorium, and when you finally find it, you push open the heavy wooden double doors. Light filters through, and you stand at the top, looking down upon rows and rows of red seats. Students have filled the seats at the bottom, so you scurry down, gaping at the stage. It is massive, but empty for now. You wonder what productions will take place here this year, and a spark of youthful excitement hits you. High school you would have loved to have acted on a stage like this. Instead, your school had to perform entire shows with a budget of $250 on a stage not much bigger than the length of a school bus. This stage has the entire country in comparison. You squeeze your way to the front row and sit through the theater orientation. Excitement makes you want to tap your feet against the floor. Now you're really jazzed up about being part of the team, and the way your professor speaks on the subject with such passion makes it even more exciting to be here. There are so many students in this class and so many options on how you can help out. What role should you fulfill in the general theater class? Ooh, tech crew, usher, or try out for main. I would love to act in some of the small productions. Heck yeah. Since I've acted before, why not take the stage again? Sounds like it'll be a lot of work, but it'll also be a lot of fun. After class ends, you decide to clear out of the room and go to the bathroom. The theater is not that old, yet it reminds you of those ancient places prone to being haunted by ghosts. Something creaks behind you, and you turn and see a black shadow walking quickly past. Investigate? Wait, what? I can only ignore it? Oh gosh darn it. You decide to ignore the mysterious shadow and continue like nothing happened. You rush to the bathroom. When you are done, you head out, or try to, but you get lost in the confusing labyrinth on the backstage. This is when you hear arguing voices. Worried that someone might get hurt, you hurry over to help. A door with the symbol of a star on it is partially open. You spot the name Cassandra Dimitrescu on the glittering shape. The name rings a bell, but you can't remember why right now. We quit, Cassandra! We can't deal with you anymore! What do you mean you quit? You can't just all drop out. Auditions are coming up for the production, and you all need to try out for them. Ugh, this is exactly why we don't want to do this. You're literally bossing us around and telling us that we have to try out for the main production. What if we want to do the smaller shows? Your mother may run this theater, but that doesn't mean you own us. We're dropping out the acting troupe, and you can't stop us. Have fun running a production now with no one joining. You storm out of the room, and you duck conveniently behind a well-placed column to hide from them. When they are gone, you peer out. That sounded really bad. Without a cast, how will the show go on? Now you remember who Cassandra is, the daughter of Professor Alcina, who happens to fund the theater and its shows. It's because of Alcina that Cassandra gets to pick and choose actors from the theater major to stage the productions. Every semester, there's a big hubbub about it. You haven't seen one yet since you're new here, but you've heard that the productions are next level. And Cassandra's high position isn't unwarranted. Her performances are simply stunning. However, she can be quite the, diva, so to say. You hear soft sobs coming from inside the room and decide to intervene, even if it's none of your business. You find Cassandra sitting at her vanity, biting her bottom lip and trying not to sob loudly. Are you okay? Who are you? She quickly wipes at her tears with the back of her sleeve and tries to school her features into more neutral ones. I'm a new student from the general theater class. I kinda heard what happened. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I just thought someone was getting hurt and I came to help, and you're rambling now and you stop yourself. You shouldn't be listening in like that. I got lost. I thought you may need some help, but it seems I wasn't able to do much. If it helps, I'm sorry for what happened. They shouldn't have done that. What can you help me with? The crew quit on me. If they won't audition for the show, then how will I run the main production? Cassandra angrily wipes at the few stray tears that escapes her eyes. Can't you get other people to do it? They were all decent actors. Where will I find one on such short notice? She puts her head in her hands. This is a disaster. I'll be a laughingstock. I'll never be able to act again. Every theater and studio in the world will hear of this, and I won't be able to show my face to every producer and show director ever again. She's being overdramatic. The situation is not that bad. She just needs some motivation to get through this. It wouldn't do good to give up now. One time the cast in my high school came down with the flu, and we only had half a cast to open the show up. So we all decided to play 2 roles instead of just 1. Since we'd all been doing rehearsal a bunch of times, we ended up having more fun with it that way, and everyone loved it. A smaller cast, huh? Maybe I could do something like that. Something similar to the play 39 Steps, where all roles are fulfilled by 6 actors. Whoa, that is impressive. She stands up, revitalized and full of energy. This can and will work. She places a hand on her chest, shoulders held back and head held high. That's the spirit. She's full of energy. The momentum of it is sweeping you up too. What show are you running? Romeo and Juliet. Ah, I love that play. I did that in high school once. Perfect. Then you know what kind of vim we need to get the show on the road. You want me to help? Sure, why not? She turns her dazzling smile on you, and you're reminded why so many people are stunned by her acting. She's beautiful and charming. And persuasive, and oh wow, you think you might be having a bit of a crush on her already. I mean, oh god, I mean, look at her. Look at Cassandra. Like, holy heck, who wouldn't like her? Sure, I can help. Helping to run an entire production wasn't exactly what you had in mind when you joined, but if Cassandra wants you on her team, how can you say no? Excellent, here's my phone number. Oh my god, I already got her phone number! She gives you her number and you put it in your phone. I'll have to run through the play and see if we can condense the role of the actors into 2 or 3 roles. Then I want us to meet tomorrow at the cafe. We'll brainstorm and move from there to start advertising that we need new actors. There are plenty of students in the theater major. If the ones I've gifted the opportunity to work on such a high quality production don't want to take it on anymore, then I'll just give other people room to be stars. She tosses her hair over shoulders before posing confidently with her hands on her hips. Then she gives you a wink and a smile. So, don't be late to our meeting tomorrow, star. Sure. You stutter out. Her wink and the smile, combined with her calling you a star, makes your stomach flip pleasantly. You bid her a goodbye and walk out the building, back to your dorm, feeling like this wasn't real. You have one of the most popular students on campus's phone number. You inhale deeply, clutching your phone hard in your hand. You are afraid it might break and exhale as calmly as you can. When that doesn't work, you let a cheesy grin split out on your face and let your legs race through the campus, doing a little skip as you barely refrain from shouting out, I have Cassandra Dimitrescu phone number! End Act 1, Scene 1. Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? The cafe is surprisingly empty at this hour. Or maybe not so surprisingly, considering Cassandra has asked you to meet at 4 a.m. before it's even open. The two of you sit outside in the light dark of a dawn that is about to arrive. You are groggy-eyed and you fail to stifle a yawn as you sit huddled in your hoodie. It's a bit chilly at this time, but Cassandra barely seems to notice it. She is dressed lightly for this weather, a mug of steaming hot coffee next to her. There are papers spread out in front of her, along with her stacks of books. You notice they seem to be a mix of literature and law books. Good morning. Good morning. A perfunctory greeting. She does not lift her head to look at you. She is engrossed in something else she is reading. Nibbling on the crook of her finger, she does so. Is that from stress, or from concentration, or from the caffeine? You notice that there is an alarming amount of takeout coffee at her feet. All empty styrofoam. What are we doing today? And why are we meeting so early? Cassandra looks up at you. She blinks owlishly. Early? You called me half an hour ago and told me to be here as soon as possible, and I did. And I've been sitting here for 10 minutes now. You trail off awkwardly, sounding a bit miffed that she made you get up this early. You are tired, and your previous enthusiasm for the project has died down with how early it is. Cassandra dives for the phone lying next to the half-eaten bagel. She reads the time on her phone. Oh, I forgot that people actually sleep. She gives a small laugh to herself. Sorry, I lost track of time. There's so much to do. Let's get started then. She moves some books around and reshuffles her paper. Are you studying law? I thought you were a theater major. I'm actually majoring in both pre-law and theater. Oh wow, I can't imagine how much work both are. It's not that bad. I just don't sleep often, but who needs sleep anyways when there's so much to do? She waves a dismissive hand before you can question the sanity of that statement. I look through the script and I think we can condense the roles to maybe 10 or 12 actors. Romeo and Juliet have to be on their own, of course, so we need separate actors for them. Do you have any people in mind? I was going to send out an email to the department to ask about it. Obviously, I shall take the role of Juliet. I wouldn't trust anyone else to play her. She squints her eyes thoughtfully at you. Have you acted before? Yeah, in high school. I mentioned previously that we did Romeo and Juliet. I also acted in... Cassandra cuts you off excited. Excellent, you can be in the show too. You gulp at this. Getting to act in a production for Cassandra? This is certainly a big deal. What role did you play? I was cast as Romeo. Cassandra puts her hand on the chin and looks over at you. I can certainly see why. You've got handsome looks. I'm handsome? You feel slightly warm at her compliments, but before you can thank her for them, she shoves some papers at you. I want you to read some of his lines for me. Now? Yeah. You're not ready to be put on the spot like this, but you have to do this. You close your eyes, take a deep breath, and reach down into the part of you that becomes someone else. You remember what it feels like to be Romeo, to be desperately in love with someone, that painful longing, that slightly maniacal dreaming and scheming to get what you want. Wait, Romeo's a yandere? The detachment to anyone or anything else that was not Juliet. Juliet is your world. Sounds fade away and your senses narrow until only you, Cassandra, remains on this entire campus. When you open your eyes, there must be something different in them because Cassandra's brows go up. You rise from your seat and come to stand by her, taking her hand in yours. You don't need the sheet. Romeo and Juliet has been your senior year show. It's still fresh in your mind after all this time. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night. Bring o'er my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven. Onto the white upturned wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. You finish and look for Cassandra's reaction. She recovers from a slight awe and stands up, clasping your hands in hers. Her eyes shine bright. Well, what do you know? Your acting is much better than I thought it would be. Not as good as mine, of course, but no one can be as good as me, and there's still some things to work on. I'll train you naturally, so it can be much, much better. But I can work with this, and soon we'll have a show on the road. You want me to be Romeo? Yes. I get to be Cassandra's Romeo! She nods her head sagely. There's something that you've brought to this character that I haven't seen in other versions before. I think we can capitalize on this and make a rendition of Romeo and Juliet that is different from most versions. When I stage a production, it is not mere regurgitated work. It is art, reimagined and reinterpreted to tell something the story has never told before. You nod your head, confused. Aha. Cassandra's excited rambling continues. Perhaps this version can be of a one-sided love, where Romeo is obsessed with Juliet and she does like him back, but doesn't realize the depth of his depraved feelings. Gosh darn, like, we're straight up turning Romeo together. And is forced to falsely poison herself to escape him, but actually ends up accidentally poisoning herself because it was too high of a dosage. And Romeo, seeing her prone form, poisons himself to join her. Your head is reeling at this. That is certainly one way to interpret that play. Or perhaps we can make it that Juliet is the one who does love him, barely, so that she poisons herself and him, so that if she cannot have him in life, she can be with him in death. She's speaking so quickly that it is hard to listen to her. Cassandra pauses herself here. Those are a bit depressive. Maybe a happier version would sit better with the audience. But they are coming to see something already lauded as a romantic tragedy, so a happy ending might actually make the audience dislike the product. Extract your hand from her tight hold. Alright, I'll let you brainstorm those ideas on your own. Just let me know when you need me. Cassandra jolts as he comes back to the present. Sorry, I'm speaking nonsense again, aren't I? I just love acting, so I tend to get overzealous with it. A lot of people are thrown off by it. I hope I haven't alienated you with it. She looks insecure here, and you are reminded of how the entire cast left her because she was dramatic and too demanding of them. You shake your head. I'm fine. I find it endearing. That comment seems to genuinely make her happy. She runs her hand through your hair to your cheek, cupping it momentarily. You are such a darling. You can feel your cheeks heat up with the urge to blush. And thankfully, she removes her hand before they can betray you. The cafe door behind you opens. They finally open for business, and the sound of it makes Cassandra's head whip to it, like an animal on the hunt. Coffee! She exclaims and bounces on her feet. I'm going to get some. Coming with me? Sure. The two of you walk into the shop. It is nicely decorated inside and has food and drink menus hung up on the wall. Cassandra walks up to the barista with a smile. I'll have the usual. She then steps aside and turns to you. Pick a snack and coffee on me. It's the least I can do as thank you for coming to speak with me. You approach the barista, Elena, and look at the menus. She gives you and Cassandra a knowing look. Walk of shame? Wait, what do you mean walk of shame? A walk of shame? What is that? You look to Cassandra for help, but she's on her phone, typing furiously. You look back at the barista, who leans in closer, talking in a whisper. Just some advice. Don't expect anything else. I'm expecting a lot. This is just making you even more confused. What is going on? I get girls here all the time. Cassandra brings them over after night in, treats them to breakfast, and then that's it. Wait. We haven't done anything yet. Wait, what? The girls think they can get more than just a one-night stand with her, but it only ends up with them having a heartbreak. Don't make the same mistake. She's a huge flirt. Don't expect her to settle down. Your head is reeling at this. You had no idea Cassandra had this sort of reputation. It's not like you were planning on dating her or anything. You're barely even friends at this point. Before you can think of a response to Elena, Cassandra swoops in, putting an arm around your shoulder. Talking ill of me again? She doesn't seem a least bit offended. Instead, affects a mock pout. I thought we were friends. Just try to prevent another incident like last time. Don't worry. She gives you a squeeze and looks at you. We're only working as work partners on a massive project. Nothing's gonna happen between us. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? Even Elena doesn't look convinced. Elena turns to you. You let me know if she misbehaves or break that promise. I'll take away her coffee access. Cassandra gasps loudly at this. You wouldn't dare. As they continue to bicker like only friends can, you look at the menu. What should you choose? Ooh, well, whatever has the most caffeine for me. Oh, heck yeah. And how many bagels? 1 bagel, 2 bagel, cake? Do I want bagel or cake today? Yeah, I'm gonna go for cake. I'm feeling sweet today. Coming right up. You wait patiently for the food and drink to arrive. When it does, Cassandra pays for it with what you notice to be a black card. Wow, how much money does she have? Well, if her mother can afford to fund the theater, they must come from a family with money. Thank you for buying me food and coffee. It's not a big deal, really. I have to get back to my apartment, but I will see you soon, okay? She bids you goodbye, and you catch Elena watching you with a raised brow. And Act 1, Scene 2. All eyes on me, Act 1, Scene 3. Nice. A week flies by before you even know it. Cassandra hasn't texted you since the cafe, and you're worried that something might be wrong. Several times you hesitantly hover your finger over her phone number to check in on her, but you never go through with it. Then on week 2 of radio silence, she finally texts you. Good news! I made an announcement that we're looking for actors. Auditions are going to be next week, and I want you to be there to help me determine who's joining the cast. You immediately type a response back. Are you sure you want me to help? I'm not a theater major like you. I've often found that sometimes people who are far removed from the topic can offer a fresh perspective on things. That said, of course I will be making the final decision. Also, sorry about the caps lock. I'm excited. Okay, let me know what time the auditions will be and I can be there. Cassandra's enthusiasm is infectious even through the phone, and you feel a small spark in your chest glow. Your roommate notices your reaction, and they're naturally curious about it. What's got you smiling? You see both her and Daniela looking over at you, waiting for your answer. You haven't realized it, but you have a wide grin on your face right now. You put your phone away. A project I'm working on with a friend is finally underway. What project and what friend? Spill the deeds! She sits up from how she had been lounging on the chair, pretending to do her work at her desk. The main stage production of Romeo and Juliet. You have an idea. Why don't you try out for it? And she shakes her head. Yeah, my schedule is pretty booked all the time. She casually flips through her plain planner, where drinking is scribbled across the week in bold letters. Yep, busy with important stuff. You want to join me with my week schedule? I'm always happy to go with someone, and you need to get out of the room more. You want to join her? Oh my god. Wait, hold up. Wait. I don't know if I should help with important stuff. Oh, wait, hang on. You know what? Yeah, I'll accept the offer. Sure, I'd love to come with you sometime. Great, you won't regret it. I'll pass on auditioning too. You'll be working with Cassandra, and I know how my sister gets during production season. How did you know I was working with Kat? Wait, what? Your eyes go wide. Cassandra Dimitrescu is your sister? Daniela tips her head and gives you a look as if it should be obvious. Duh. You're Daniela Dimitrescu? Daniela laughs. Yep, that's me. You give Daniela a look over. She's laid back and so chill. It almost seems impossible for her to be related to Cassandra, who is a ball of energy about to explode at any moment. And then I have one more sister named Bella, who's on the student council. Man, like, it's kind of like a whole Doki Doki situation here. Now you are curious about what Bella looks like and about the student council. I'll be rooting for you to get the show on the road. Cassandra can be a handful and very demanding, so don't take it personally if she gets standoffish. Sometimes she needs a good smack on the head to deflate her ego and get her back down to earth. Daniela laughs at this. She speaks with affection, so you know she's not entirely serious. Daniela gets up. I almost forgot. I had to meet up with some friends. We're gonna go skateboarding. Angie, you wanna come? Ugh, I don't like your friends. They're so rowdy. Daniela turns to you. You wanna come? Ooh, gosh. Sure, but another time. I have an assignment to finish. Yeah, I'll text you. We can set up a time. Daniela leaves after grabbing her skateboard. You take your book bag and go to the library to do some work before class. Another week passes and it's time for the auditions. Cassandra calls you so you can meet up to start them. You can see a line of waiting people going out the door. Seems like this is going to be a long evening. The line outside looks crazy. How are we going to even manage seeing everyone? Cassandra pets the giant Gatorade container she has filled. I brought lots of coffee to get us through this. She smiles and turns to look at the stage, almost seeming to speak privately to herself. Despite them leaving and trying to scare people away from me, I still have such a huge turnout. You overhear her saying this, but decide not to comment further on it. You take a seat and Cassandra has the first person come into the room. 5 hours later. Holy heck. But yeah, it does take that long. Frazzled and feeling like your soul has been drained through your eyes, you sit at a table like a limp piece of lettuce. Cassandra has not lost her pep one bit. In fact, she looks refreshed by the process. Or maybe it's a half gallon of coffee she's consumed. We saw a lot of students with potential today. Who do you think should join the cast? Oh, pick 5 from the list. Huh. Well, let's see. Let's see more candidates. I guess it doesn't quite matter who we pick. So I'm gonna pick Finch, Lisa. All right. See more candidates. I guess MJ. B, because I would love to have a B. And yeah, oh, Cinder. Those are all great choices. Now the cast is finally coming together. What now? What steps do we take next? Now all that remains is to decide who's going to play as who. You can leave that to me. What the two of us can do together next is to get our costumes ready. Since I know for certain I am playing as Juliet and you're going to be my Romeo, we can head over to the theater costume department and get outfitted. The way she calls you my Romeo makes your stomach flip pleasantly. You know she doesn't mean anything by it, but it makes you feel special. I'm her Romeo. Aww. You follow her as she leads the way down the hall and takes several flights of stairs to the costume department. Opening the door to the room reveals a room covered in fabrics. Piles and piles of it layers the tables and are heaped up on the sides. Coat and dresses hang haphazardly on their hangers. And is that a bra hanging from the ceiling light? Giselle, we're here. The room is empty when suddenly one of the piles of clothes starts to shake. A person erupts from it with a loud yawn. A small girl with curly hair and a pair of glasses on her nose and another pair hanging around her neck on a chain emerges. What is it? Don't be obtuse. I've only ever been down here for one thing, and that is clothes. Giselle gives Cassandra a look. I will beg to differ. The amount of times I've caught you down here, very much doing the opposite of wearing clothes with your friend. What do you mean? Cassandra loudly interjects with a bit of unease. Anyway, can you do measurements for us? We need our outfits to be of utmost quality. Is this the Romeo and Juliet play you won't shut up about? Yes, and it's going to be the production of the year. Giselle looks unimpressed. You say that about every production. Am I wrong? Giselle begrudgingly concedes. No. So let's get to it. Cassandra claps her hands together. You and Cassandra spend about an hour down there, allowing Giselle to do her work. Tongue sticking out while she intensely focuses, using her measuring tape to take measurements of everything, from the length of your arms to the space between your toes. Cassandra can see that you are being overwhelmed by all this. She shoots you a wink and a smile and informs you Giselle is a professional and does stellar work with her outfits. After Giselle is done measuring, she stands and ponders you, hand on chin. For so long, you begin to feel like you have offended her. Then she turns and stares at Cassandra. Cassandra is not bothered by this. She even playfully strikes a few silly poses towards Giselle's deep look of consternation. I'll have the outfit done in a few weeks. Perfect. Thank you, Giselle. See you then. The two of you bid Giselle goodbye, and as you're leaving the room, you spot Giselle diving back into her pile of fabrics, mumbling to herself as she looks for something. I know today has been a long day. You can head back to the dorms. I'm going to stay up and work on the cast and script. The two of us need to run some lines together. You're a good Romeo, but you could be even better. Sure. You know Cassandra is intense about acting, so you're not surprised she wants to practice already. I'll text you when and where. Do you agree to meet up for practice? Oh gosh, let's see. I can't wait, honestly. Awesome. I love your enthusiasm. I wish more people could be like you. And Act 1, Scene 3. Running through my mind. Act 2, Scene 1. From the top. Internally, you groan. Again? You finished your lines a second ago. The two of you have been reading lines for the past 3 hours. You are reading for Romeo, while Cassandra reads for the other characters in all the scenes in order to help you fall into your role better. You're feeling a bit tired and thirsty. Your voice starting to go hoarse. You're guessing that Cassandra will be intense, but even this is more than you expected. She has not lost any of her energy, still going strong since the morning. How's your energy looking? Oh gosh, alright, let's get the show on the road. I knew I could count on you to help get the show up and running. In love? Out of love? Out of her favor, where I am in love. Alas, that love, so gentle in its view, should be so tyrannous and rough in proof. Which line should you read next? Hint, if you don't know, consult your script in the diary. Alas, that love view is muffled still, should without eye see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine, O me? What fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, O brawling love, O loving hate? O anything of nothing first create, O heavy lightness, serious vanity. Mishap chaos of well-seeming forms, feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health. Still waking sleep, that is not what it is. This love feel I, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh? No, 'cause I'd rather weep. There is a knock on Cassandra's door. She pauses and puts her script down, quickly smoothing over the wrinkles on her shirt, though there are none, pushing a strand of hair back into place. She's expecting someone? Who is she getting ready for this way? And oh, are you getting jealous? But you don't own a monopoly on her time, nor her friendship. You try to push those ugly feelings away, yet still hold your breath when she opens the door. Hello? There are 3 women standing outside her door. You recognize 2 of them from the auditions. Are they here to talk about the play with Cassandra? Oh my god, Cassandra! She squeals in a high pitch that makes your ears hurt. Cassandra must have ears of steel, for she does not even wince despite the close range. We're so excited to be working on this play with you. Totally excited. I love how they just call Stand 1 and Stand 2. She nods her head. We're ready to dedicate our bodies to long hours of rehearsal. She bats her eyes. Why did her tone sound so salacious? You don't like that. Just say the word and we're at your every beck and call. She leans forwards, coyly wrapping a strand of her hair around her finger. I'm so happy to be working on you like this. I've heard about your productions, and this is such a great opportunity to help catapult us into stardom by your side. I'm glad you're all excited for this. I will let everyone know through email what the next steps will be. Cassandra seems unfazed by this sort of behavior. She's probably used to dealing with people who only cares about the fame her name brings. You can just text us. Here are our numbers. She hands over a slip of paper with their numbers on it. Cassandra takes it without looking and places the paper into her pocket. Thank you. Look forward to my emails. I have to get back to reading the lines now. Cassandra pointedly stresses the word emails. It seems to go right over the fans' heads. Practicing already? Wow, you really are as intense when it comes to theater. You must be intense in other ways too. Oh no! She gives a wistful sigh. Oh my god, Cassandra! Oh no! The three girls all giggle. You can feel unease sitting heavily in your stomach. At least one of them is hitting on Cassandra, right in front of you. You know Cassandra has a reputation for being flirty, but seeing it happen in real time hits differently. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to finish up with Romeo. Who's Romeo for this play? The three of them crane their heads in and notice you. You don't miss the flash of scorn on one of their faces. You wiggle your fingers in awkward greeting. Wait, as in like, do I just go like, hello? Hello. I don't know you and like, I know everyone. Why is some unnamed freshie playing Romeo? You can do better, Cassandra. That sets your teeth on edge. Who does this woman think she is? To be behaving so rudely to you? What do you do? Oh, gosh. Apparently someone good enough to get picked by Cassandra. Are you doubting her skills? They glance at Cassandra, who has arched their brows at them, and they quickly shake their head no. Sorry, Cassandra. We weren't trying to insult you or anything. Anyway, we should get going for now. We have a class soon. They all wave goodbye and Cassandra closes the door on them. She turns to you and notices the dour expression that you failed to hide. What's wrong? Oh gosh, maybe I shouldn't play the part of Romeo? Don't think that. They're just jealous they don't have the role. I think I'm going to go and get lunch. I'm hungry and thirsty. Cassandra glances at her phone. I keep forgetting that time flies when you're having fun. She smiles at you. Go eat. I'll see you soon, my star. Ah, my heart! Her calling you my star will never cease to make your chest feel warm. You bid her a goodbye and leave her dressing room. You make it through the backstage area, only getting lost once in the maze of it when a hand reaches around a corner and grabs you. You yelp, but no one is around to hear it. You come face to face with none other than the stands from before. Stan 1 scoffs. Who do you think you are, getting preferential treatment from Cassandra? We've been her #1 fan since forever ago, because she's so gorgeous and talented, and a leash like you just attaches itself to her side with no shame. You're so ugly too, like ew. I bet you don't even brush your teeth. She jabs a finger at your shirt. You should be embarrassed to be anywhere next to Cassandra with those clothes. What lame insults, but you know the threat behind them is real. Defend yourself? Oh gosh. Okay. Really? Okay? Is that all you have? Not only are you ugly and poor, but also stupid. What do you even want from me? Isn't it obvious? Stay away from her and the show, and we won't bother you. Simple enough. Why does it bother you so much that I'm playing Romeo? If you try and get rid of me, they'll just find another Romeo to play the role. Stan 1 scoffs. I would take your place. Her lackeys nod their heads. It seems she is the head honcho of this weirdo club. She is a much better actress than you. So we're giving you a choice. You can either resign quietly or we will ruin you. They look serious and slightly psychotic. What can you do? I'm not backing down. If you think I'm gonna give up so easily, you're mistaken. I'm going to stay by Cassandra's side as Romeo, and you're not gonna scare me away. You should have given up when you had the chance. Get ready, because this isn't gonna end well for you. They turn on their heels and walk away. You watch them go, rage and hurt swirling inside of you. You never expected to find yourself in such a situation, but you do. All you can do is remain strong now and hope the situation blows over soon. End Act 2, Scene 1. 2 a.m. Act 2, Scene 2. You toss and turn at night, unable to sleep. When you do fall asleep, it's fitful, filled with feelings of distress. You finally give up on sleep at 2 a.m. and pull out your phone. You look at it before opening up the chat function and messaging Cassandra. You need some comfort, and you know she won't be asleep at this hour. Your roommates, well, great people, are sleeping right now. Daniela is snoring, drool coating her pillow. Angie mumbling, "Hey Macarena," in her sleep and dancing to some music she can only hear. Oh man. Cassandra, what's up? You send a message to Cassandra and immediately get a response back. Hey, you're not sleeping now? Late night project? Does she never not text in all caps? You wonder to yourself before typing a response? Oh, let's see. Just wanted to see what you were up to. Is she gonna say anything about this? Obviously not sleeping, XD! Look, I know you told me not to worry about those stands of yours, but I am. Why? Oh god, they're hotter than me? They threatened me if I didn't leave the role. Oh gosh. They did? When and how? I'm gonna have a word with them. They can't do that. Since you're up, do you want to come over to my apartment? We could talk. You bolt up in bed, eyes going wide. An invitation to Cassandra's place? You type back a quick yes and jump out of bed, quickly getting changed. She texts you her address and you show up in front of her on-campus apartment a few moments later. Nervous, you ring the doorbell. A symphony of crickets keep you company as you wait. A light goes on inside and the door opens to reveal Cassandra on the other side. Come on in. Wow, it's like you're always in this outfit. Jeez. I mean, it looks snazzy on you. You follow her up the stairs to the second floor of the building. She takes you inside her apartment. The kitchen, living room, and dining room are all one big room with open walls. There's a door ajar that leads to a blue-tiled bathroom, and a shut door that must lead to the bedroom. Are you gonna take me to the bedroom? Holy heck. Wow, this place is nice. Thank you. I decorated it all myself. Holy heck, you've got an amazing sense of decor. You look at the decor. There's playbills framed on the wall alongside with posters of famous actors and actresses. There's a potted plant taking up space on the windowsills and the coffee table. Comfy blankets and pillows are placed on the couch. There are a few brown throw rugs on the floor. It looks very homely, not something you would have expected of Cassandra. She had a very big personality and you expected bright colors and loud prints, maybe even the whole place decked out like Hollywood in gold and black. Make yourself comfortable, then we can talk. You sit down on the biggest couch and pull the blanket over yourself. Cassandra busies herself in the kitchen. You watch her, admiring her as she works. And when she is done, she brings you a steaming mug of hot cocoa! Hot chocolate makes everything better. She takes a seat next to you. I'm surprised this doesn't have any caffeine in it. Mine does, but I figured you wouldn't want some in yours, so spill. We could talk about what's bothering you, or we could talk about something else. What do you want to talk about? Well, let's talk about the issue, I guess. It's just those girls. I'm worried about them. They threatened me to not work with you, and I know I shouldn't start issues. I don't want to start issues, but they are. I don't want it to get in the way of our production. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on them. Nothing they say or do will dissuade me from keeping you on as Romeo, okay? She rubs the back of your hand at this, sincerely gazing into your eyes. You take a huge gulp of your hot cocoa to avoid blushing, only to burn your tongue instead. Ow! Can we do something else? Like what? I don't know, maybe watch a movie? Sure, let me turn on one of my favorite movies of all time. Is it Titanic? Why would you think that? Is it Bel Air? Wait, no. Is Bel Air? Con Air. Con Air. Con Air, the greatest movie of all time. You have a framed poster of it over the doorway. Cassandra shakes her head. I was in love with one of the actors when I watched it. Rose was how I found I was into women. Then, what is your favorite movie? Oh my god. With a secretive smile, Cassandra pops in the DVD and hops onto the couch next to you, wrapping the other half of the blanket around herself. Your eyes go wide when you see what appears on the screen. Legally Blonde? It is such a good film. I thought you'd be more into avant-garde films, the one with limited screenings that play in different languages. Cassandra wrinkles up her nose. Does anyone actually like those? They're so pretentious. She pauses, curious. What is your favorite film? Ooh, oh my god. I mean, I guess Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I do like action films, but heck, I'll go with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That movie always makes me crave candy. The two of you watch the movie together. Cassandra beginning to quote the movie line for line until you have to shush her so you can enjoy the movie in peace. She gets up halfway to make microwave popcorn, and the two of you devour it all within minutes of it being made. Eventually, you begin to feel relaxed, and this lack of sleep is starting to catch up with you. Your eyes begin to droop, and you don't try to stop them. Ah! A loud shout pulls you out of sleep. The movie has ended now, and the screen is blank, so it couldn't have been the movie. What caused the noise? Your heart is racing in your chest, and you look over to check on Cassandra. She's fallen asleep. This is the first time you've ever seen her asleep. She doesn't look peaceful. Her face scrunches up, and she flails out a leg that almost hits you. Then she screams again. I guess I'll wake her up. Cassandra, wake up! You shake her by her shoulders, and she jerks awake, panting hard. She looks around wildly, as if confused by where she is. Are you okay? Sorry. She's stuttering. She must be badly shaken. Her cheeks are flushed, as if she's embarrassed by all this. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm worried about you. What happened? Cassandra runs a hand through her hair and swallows loudly. She doesn't look at you as she speaks. I have a nightmare disorder. Whenever I go to sleep, I only ever have unpleasant dreams. It gets really bad sometimes. I can scream my head off when I sleep or kick and punch anyone around me by accident. It's why my mom got me my own apartment, so that I don't wake up my roommates with my screaming. Oh, that sucks. Is there anything I can do to help? Cassandra chuckles ruefully. Not sleeping helps. That's why I chug back all the caffeine and stay awake as long as I can. But then when my body can no longer take it, I fall asleep. Because I'm so tired out, I don't have nightmares then. Today I didn't mean to fall asleep, but it was so comfy by your side. Maybe a doctor might help? None of them have. It's just something I have to live with. The trauma caused the nightmares. Maybe it's a form of PTSD? Cassandra shakes her head. No. I just got the unlucky end of the stick. Could be worse. She looks at the clock. Well, it's time for me to go for my 7 a.m. class. You're free to stay here until then, but I have to go. You don't like leaving a conversation like this. It's a sensitive and important topic. You feel like you got a glimpse of Cassandra that she tries to hide from others. She packs up her books into her shoulder bag, still not looking at you. I won't tell a soul about this. Thanks, it's just embarrassing. I feel like a 5-year-old that has to ask mom and dad to check for monsters under the bed. It's nothing to be embarrassed by. She shoots you a grateful smile, but it's clear that she wants this topic dropped, so you drop it for now. I'll see you later, okay? This weekend, we're officially going to start our rehearsals, so get ready to be up early. She leaves the apartment and you decide you might as well too. You turn off the TV, fold a blanket, and wash the dishes. Then you head back to your dorm. Daniela is up at this time. She's in the middle of doing some calf stretches when she sees you come in. Someone was busy last night. Who was the lucky person? She winks at you when you blush. You will most certainly not be sharing with her what happened with Cassandra. Nothing much. Went to bed, woke up, and remember I had something unfinished left to do, so I've raced over to the library. Keep your secrets then. We'll find out one way or another. You roll your eyes at her. I don't ask about your personal love life. That's because I overshare it. Oh my god, please don't. And Act 2, Scene 2. What's the next scene? Oh, resident lover? Is that was the end? Huh. Neat. Well, that was Resident Lover. I'm not entirely sure what to say about it. I mean, it's so cozy, and I do love the artwork for it. And heck, the fact that it takes a much cozier vibe than the original Resident Evil. I mean, heck, I love it. I absolutely enjoy it. I'm pretty sure like this actually does fulfill like a lot of feral needs for people out there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to play this for yourself, link to the game is in the description below. And heck, I'm definitely going to be coming back to this once there's an update to it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lionel, signing off. Ciao.